Tell me about the protests that you're having.
Yeah, so we have almost 1,000 total people doing a walkout across Norwalk public high schools, and that's happening on February 25th, which is a Wednesday, and it's happening at 12:45 at all 4 high schools, and many other community members that aren't students are going to be joining us. And this is a huge event, and we have a lot of really big youth-driven emotion and enthusiasm for this.
What are the issues that students are concerned about?
Of course, students are very concerned about feeling safe from ICE and seeing their classmates and their families be terrorized, and trying to remove this systemic racism from our country, and trying to remove the internal government attacks on innocent people. And of course, the price of living is incredibly important to people my age, especially as we go into our adult years and college. And so seeing all of these things get eroded by the Trump administration has been causing a lot of youthful debate and activity.
Do you know anyone who is personally in danger from ICE, or anyone who's had any confrontation with ICE, or anyone who's just afraid?
Yeah, I know dozens of people that have to live in fear. So it's not even about people who are documented or undocumented residents, but also people that are citizens of this country that are afraid of being racially profiled, because we've seen that happen in large numbers. And a lot of people are afraid of somebody reading their name or somebody seeing the color of their skin and being ambushed by ICE agents. And I can't count the amount of people that I've heard are afraid of that. And a lot of them have to avoid going to certain places, have to avoid going to schools on certain days when ICE is spotted.
Someone said to me, it's a matter of the rule of law. Because they are not citizens, they should be punished for breaking the law that says you have to come here legally. How do you respond to that?
Well, I think it's funny, because I also agree with the sentiment that nobody is illegal. Frankly, it's ironic, because a lot of the people that they're trying to deport have never committed a crime in their lives. Immigrants are 1/4 as likely than citizens to commit crimes. And the person that's telling us all that the people that they're trying to deport are criminals has 33 felony counts against him and is mentioned thousands of times in the Epstein files. So please don't take the bait. This country was built on immigration, a lot of which happened without documentation, because that is at the core of what America is. People can come over and they want to work hard and build up our economy and become integrated members of our community. And that's always been what America is. But we have people in the White House right now that are using immigrants as scapegoats to take away attention from corporate overreach and corporate greed and corruption and a lot of these policies that are making life worse for all Americans.
Do you have any final thing you would say to someone who's in favor of what ICE is doing?
If you're a conservative that believes on don't tread on me, then that is inherently the opposite of what ICE is. They're working with organizations like Palantir to take your data and to track American citizens who don't agree with the Trump administration. So if you want an organization like that to have control over your safety, to be able to come at you in the street and grab you, well, then I want you to try to rethink your views. And I also want to say that we've seen innocent people shot by ICE, and we've seen many, many people be put into these camps where resources are incredibly limited, and that's caused deaths. A lot of deaths happen. Dozens of people have died since 2025 because of that. So if you agree with that, then I would say then being a supporter of ICE is something that makes sense for you. But if you don't agree with murder, if you don't agree with innocent children and people being put into camps, and if you agree that the government shouldn't determine our lives, if we should have a say over our safety, then ICE is not representative of your values.